Anthony Joshua catching up with Spencer Oliver a little earlier on this week here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Gareth Davies now on the show. What did you make of that?
I think it's very odd. He does sound like the challenger. He doesn't sound like the guy who believes he's number one in the world, frankly. He's very passive-aggressive when he talks about it. I mean, I think he may be resigned. I think the two losses have put huge dents in Anthony Joshua. I do think from the very beginning, I know him all the way back. You know him longer, Spence, but I know him all the way back to about 2010 when he emerged in the British team as an amateur. And I think he didn't know how far he could go. Mm-hmm. I think he was delighted with his success winning super heavyweight gold at the World Amateur Championships in 2011. He was amazed by what he discovered about himself and how the British public loved him in 2012, a decade ago, when he won Olympic gold. He now has riches beyond his wildest dreams. He's a great businessman with lots around him, and I just think he's in the third transmogrification of his career, phase 3 of his career. And I think he's admitting there, look, I'm up with all the elite fighters in the world, and I'm not sure if I'm the number one or not. I will try and prove it to you on Saturday night that I can become a 3-time world champion. But I hear a man who's not absolutely sure about himself.
Here's a question for you, Spence.
I say that respectfully.
Yeah,
by
no,
the
listen.
way.
We've all got opinions, and that's the beauty of this programme, and I'm sure there's people interacting with us as they're listening to the programme, and we encourage that, absolutely. Is he confused? I'm talking from a boxing point of view. Is he confused with what he actually is in the ring? Some of the answers that he gave you there kind of contradicted each other.
Listen, I'm on a group chat with Anthony Joshua, and we've even spoke today about, tactics, how he's going to play the fight. He asks questions. Anthony Joshua is like a sponge. He absorbs all the time. He's always been that way. That's what gives him his confidence. He's got a close-knit team. Vinci the ABC is a big part of his life. He's on a group chat, and he's been chatting since I've been here on Monday. He's on there all the time, speaking to the boys, asking different things. I've been giving him tactics, what I think he should do, how he should play it, and he takes it in. Yeah. It's not like he's just listening or whatever. He takes it in, and I said to him, listen, that's how you need to approach this fight, Josh. You need to approach it like it's a 6-rounder. I said, because the later on you get, Usyk's got a great engine, your fatigue sets in, and it's going to start getting hard for you in the second half of the fight if you don't make your mark in the first. Don't go out there, give him the space, close the gap. Don't let him control the pace. You control the pace. You've got the size, you're explosive, and more importantly, you are more powerful. Let him feel it, take him out of his comfort zone, and that's what you've got to do. I said, you've got to go out there, and Anthony Joshua's got this elite level power where, as in the heavyweight, you get heavyweights at whack, and you get other heavyweights at hit, and when we're all sitting at ringside, it's like you can feel a vibration go through the floor.
There is.
And that's what he's like. If he hits someone, I don't care how durable they are, he's going to knock them spark out, and that is a fact. But he has to approach this, Gareth, that way.
You're talking physicality here, and we're talking mindset, I'm talking mindset.
Yeah, hold on
I'm
a
not
minute.
talking about his physicality.
I've not got there yet.
Anyone.
I've not got there yet. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I haven't got there yet either.
I'm telling you what he
I know
needs.
what you're telling me.
I'm telling you that I told him
You're
what
on his
he
group
needs to
chats,
do.
and I think it's good he's asking you. He's asking all the knowledgeable people.
Yeah, but you're not listening to the point that I've just explained that part. I'm going on to phase 2 now. I'm going into the
give me the point in 15 seconds, because I'm getting fed up. No, I mean it. Come on, give me the point.
Listen, you haven't got to sit there, mate. You haven't got to listen. I've been around him all week.
I know
I'm telling you what's going on.
Yeah, so what's going on?
And I'm telling the listeners what's going on. They're interested. You might not be, but they are.
No, tell me the point.
So you want to listen now? Right, so let me get to it. So what I'm saying is, Anthony's big problem is not the physical side of it, it's the mental side of it.
Exactly. I agree with you.
I completely agree. Let me finish. That's what I'm saying. You're jumping in too soon. You're peaking too soon, my friend. You do that.
I haven't even got started yet.
So
Spence.
listen. So it's the psychological side of it, and that's where he feeds off other people, because he looks for that energy. He looks for that thing that will give him the confidence, right? So when he speaks to people like myself or whatever, and you give him that, it gives him that extra little bit. So that self-belief is a little bit. I think that's a problem for Anthony Joshua as well. Doesn't think he realises how good he actually is.
I agree with that.
He's very talented.
He's surprised by his own success.
It's here, and that's That's going to win or lose this fight. How he approaches it. And I can't give you that answer, but no one can until that first bell goes and he gets that first whack, and it's how he reacts then. I said to him, when you get hit, bite on your gum shield and go straight back. Don't give him the space. Don't let him grow in confidence. And that's where we're at. So thank you, Gareth. Over to you.
Well,
now you're allowed to say your part.
Oh, thank you very much, Spencer. We'll both be in the pool later.
You'll be in the pool in a minute if you carry on, mate.
I'm very happy to go in the pool. The thing is with Anthony, I've got this feeling with him, as he's grown and become bigger, sometimes I think he says what he thinks he ought to say rather than what he really wants to say. And I think he acts like he thinks he should act rather than being what he is. Evander Holyfield, who you've spoken to and you've spoken to as well, Adam, this week, said yesterday to me a couple of times in fights, I forgot I was in the hurt business. And it cost me in the fight. And I think all the accolades and all the acclaim and all the wealth and all those voices in his head rather than his own flaming voice, listen to yourself. That's what I say to him. He's in the hurt business. He can hurt people. And I think he needs to keep it really simple. Go in there and fight. Don't be, you know the game, don't be reckless, but leave it all in the ring. And that's what he didn't do last time, and I think it troubles him mentally.
Absolutely. Listen, that psychological damage that's been done, that's what he's got to overcome. And that's not an easy thing to overcome when you're going into the immediate rematch, because when he's doing that ring walk and that first bell kicks off, they're going to start off from where they left off. Joshua's got to put all that to bed and get in there, because we must remember the last 10 seconds of the 12th round, Joshua was in desperate trouble.
He was exhausted as well. He was exhausted.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Gareth, the first 11 rounds before that 12th, he was on the wrong end of it as well. It was a tough night for Joshua. He's got to put all that to bed, forget about that, go in there with his own game plan. And you're right in what you say. I will agree with you. It is all here.
6 inches between his ears. That's where this fight's going to be won and lost.
How did you score that round between Oliver and Davies? Just leave your comments on all our social media platforms.